Hi guys, so yeah, this is my attempt at a 5-minute video showing you everything you need to know about how to set up Deepscope in a new room. So we're going to quickly go over the buttons on the controllers first. The most important button is this little O button on the right hand controller on the face. When you click that, that opens the main menus. So you can find Deepscope on this side in the library. In the game, if you want to shut down, you always click that button. It will always bring up an Oculus menu, and that's also like how you find casting and how you record videos of yourself inside the headset, like I'm doing right now. So that O button is super important. The next buttons we're going to talk about are the triggers. You can see you hold the controller with your index finger, if you can see my index finger, over this big trigger at the top here. And the left-hand one is inside Deepscope. It fires out to select things. So you use that to shoot at buttons or to kind of move things by clicking and dragging. Same on this side. You should put your index finger over that, and then you should, if you're moving stuff, like for example, if you're moving the mannequins, if you're moving the mannequin into place, you want to click and hold that index trigger and click and hold that grip trigger at the same time. Click and hold and move it into place, let go, do it again, let go. And that's how you kind of iteratively get everything into the right place. It's the same thing with the screens on this left-hand side. So we're going to click and hold and drag as we point at the screen. Click and hold and drag as we point at the screen. So those are the two main buttons for moving stuff. And if you ever have problems, we'll start with this, is the Y and the B at the top two buttons. You place them over the mannequin, click them at the same time. It should rearrange everything so it's all working. So I'm going to press that little O button, and that's going to bring up this menu, and you can just look for the D, and you can fire with actually any of the buttons at that to open it. So your login is pre put in, so you just need to fire with the index trigger to open that. You need a Wi-Fi connection. If you're in a new place, you might need a new Wi-Fi connection, in which case you press the O button. That O button brings up this menu again, and you can see in the bottom left-hand corner, you can see a Wi-Fi icon, and you click the index trigger to open that up, and then you click on the Wi-Fi, and then you're going to be able to select it, and you just join it like as you would a normal Wi-Fi. Okay, great. Now we're inside Deepscope, and we're going to imagine we're in like a completely new space. When I open it, sometimes it will ask me to create a boundary. We went over that quickly, but I'm just going to show you again. It will just do this like automatically, and this is again an Oculus thing. It tries to create a boundary for you, but I don't usually use that. You can just confirm and that's it. But what I usually do is click choose your own boundary, choose room scale, confirm, and then you basically just do a circle around yourself. And that usually works well. Okay, so we're in a new room and the screens are in the wrong place, and everything's kind of in the wrong place. So what do? We put our controllers over the mannequin and we press B and Y at the same time. So the screens are roughly in the same right place. The ultrasound screen is here, the mannequin is here. It's not quite in the right place. So what I'm going to do now is like adjust it so that it's right inside of this mannequin. So I'm going to press the index trigger and the grip trigger at the same time, and I'm going to drag it down. And then I'm going to let go, and I'm going to drag it again, and I'm going to let go and drag it again. It's best to do this like multiple times. And then I'm going to use this joystick to reduce the size of it, and then I'm going to do it again. So in this model, what we want is when we rotate the probe upside down, your controller should be kind of upside down like this, so that the bottom of the controller is like the head of your probe. So if you rotate it upside down and then you place it on the mannequin, it should kind of match up with kind of the skin of the real mannequin. So we're placing that here there. That's pretty good, but I'm just going to demonstrate that we can then move it a bit, flip it upside down, put it into a better position. Let's say we think it should be a little bit higher, like that. You only need to do this once. Once you've got it into your position, and if you turn your headset off, it will jump straight back to that position. So let's say we're quite happy with that as a kind of starting point. It should just kind of be stuck there. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is one thing that we'll probably make a lot easier very soon is to move this. You need to move this screen around so that it's easily clickable, because this is where all of Caroline's tutorials are. So what we're going to do is we're going to point at it, and we're going to do the same things we did before. Click on the index trigger and click on the grip trigger at the same time, and we're just going to rotate it around. That's actually fine, but you can always adjust it. Then we're going to fire with the index trigger at cloud recordings, and you fire at the email list. It actually should be, you'll only have one, so it should be already pre-filled like this. So we're going to select the tutorial that we want. For the students, they just need to select tutorial, play, until they get to the bottom, and you click and drag to get to the bottom. Although you can actually just click fast forward if that's difficult. So we're going to press play.
So when you pick up the probe, you'll see that you need to turn your right controller around the other way so that you've got the probe in your hand. We have the red and the green lines just to help indicate the axis of the probe. And there's a green dot, and that...
So now we can see Caroline's probe. We should be able to
we're now going
put
to
it exactly where she's placed
right
it.
Parasternal, long axis view of the heart.
Let's flip it around.
First of all, a 4-chamber view. So if you copy what I'm doing with my probe and keep that against the heart. First of all, we have the dot away from this, and that's on the right-hand side of the screen. And we line up with the long axis.
It should be really easy to get to that point. If it's not, then we need to change the setup.
Parallel.
Again, if you're going to move the mannequin, you're going to click and hold
of the heart.
and drag,
if you
and
slide
that will actually move Caroline's
back, you'll
probe
see the
as well.
ribs may get in the way and disturb your image.
Then we can get
nice
to a better
central.
position.
We then rotate 10 to 15 degrees.
Okay, that is probably a 10-minute introduction on how to get Deepscope set up in a new room. If you want to cast, you want to click, again, everything Oculus based goes through this O button. So you're going to click that O button, and then in front of us here, there are a few options. There's an option to record a video, which is like what I'm doing right now. You just click record, and it will record a video of like your surroundings. The one next to it is the casting. So you're going to click and you're going to fire at that. And then that asks you whether you want to cast to your phone or to a computer. You're going to click computer, and then it's going to give you a web address that you need to go to with your Oculus login. And that is oculus.com/casting, but they tell you that. And then you're going to press enter. And when you're casting, you will see this as what the person in the headset is seeing. So again, to get back to that, you click the O button, and then you point at the casting. When that will be available for you, you're going to click on that, and then you're going to click computer, and then you're going to oculus.com/casting. And then the best thing to do is HDMI to another screen. So if you're ever having like big problems, then the best thing to do is press that O button and then quit, restart the headset, and then try again. That I think covers most things for how to set up Deepscope in a new room. There are a lot of different steps, and we're going to try and make this more and more simple. So it's kind of easier and easier. And yeah, we'd love to hear any feedback that you have. Thanks very much.